Wagner Chief, also known as Putin's chef, reportedly died in a plane crash. Now, this is the same man who also led a mutiny against Putin. However, questions are now being raised if his death is genuine or staged. Prigozhin was presumed dead in the crash north of Moscow on August 23rd. Putin broke silence over Prigozhin's reported death, recalling Prigozhin as a talented man who made mistakes.
Добивался он результатов нужных и для себя, и тогда, когда я его просил об этом из-за границы, в Африке в частности. Занимался там нефтью, газом, драгоценными металлами и камнями.
Now, the Russian mercenary chief was known to be a close confidant of Putin before he led a mutiny that posed the greatest challenge to Putin's long rule. The founder of the Wagner, a private mercenary group, was once close enough to Putin to be called his personal chef. However, Prigozhin led one of the most audacious challenges against Putin. A full-blown conflict had erupted between the Russian military and Wagner Chief in June. The Wagner Chief had vowed to go to the end to topple the Russian military leadership. The Wagner group spearheaded much of Russia's offensive in Ukraine. He accused the Russian military of launching a deadly strike on his troops. This is not a military coup, but a march of justice. Now, this was just hours after the Kremlin accused him of an armed mutiny. The mercenary group had allegedly shot down a Russian military helicopter. Now, the Wagner chief's call for an armed rebellion aimed at ousting Russia's defense minister was seen as his most direct challenge to President Putin. An agreement was reached with the Kremlin by which Prigozhin and Wagner ended the rebellion in exchange for amnesty and exile in neighboring Belarus. However, after leading a short-lived mutiny in Russia in June, many observers described him as a dead man walking. Now, Putin, who was stung by the short-lived revolt just 2 months ago, even expressed condolences in a televised address.
Что касается этой авиационной катастрофы, то прежде всего хочу выразить слова искреннего соболезнования семьям всех погибших. Это всегда трагедия.
Putin recalled the Wagner chief as a talented man who made mistakes. One of the US investment officials said that Prigozhin was very likely targeted and that the explosion falls in line with Putin's long history of trying to silence his critics. However, the Kremlin dismissed all allegations and rumors that Russia ordered the killing of Prigozhin. Now, the plane carrying 3 crew members and 7 passengers that was en route from Moscow to St. Petersburg went down almost 300 kilometers. A BBC report cites the executive jet showed no signs of troubles until a sudden drop in its final 30 seconds of received altitude. From the moment the plane came down, there has been frenzied speculation about what caused the deadly crash and whether Prigozhin was indeed on board.
Our intelligence suggests that Prigozhin was most likely on the plane. We're obviously monitoring the situation very closely, working with our allies to establish what happened.
Well, this is not the first time that Prigozhin has been declared dead in a plane crash. In 2019, he was presumed dead after a military aircraft crashed with 8 people on board in Congo. However, he reappeared alive and well only 3 days later. Now, with Prigozhin's apparent demise, the fate of his private army Wagner remains unclear.